Hello everyone. Please give me a moment, make sure my live stream is up and going. Okay, let's kick. Going? Yes, kick is going. Twitter going? Yes, Twitter's going. Do thumbnail, update that. 2 subscribers away from 700, a nice even 700. Who knows, maybe I'll get at this stream. Okay, YouTube thumbnails up to date. Twitch is going. And Rumble's going perfect. Let me just double check my other computer. Please give me another moment. And there we go. That appears to be everything is going good. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see. Microphone's a little bit away. I need to get a better way to set up my microphone. Right now I have like a, what's it called? An arm. My arm's underneath the arm to get to my keyboard. So it's really easy for me to hit the microphone. Let's take a look now. Gotta download some replays. Let's first start off the day with 1v1. Then maybe we'll hit some 2v2s. And we'll go from there. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on top left side as the British forces with Jam Meme. I know my friend always like to say the word meme instead of memes. Jam Meme? Maybe? I have no idea. Spawn on the bottom side as the Panzer Elite. We have Abaka Denzi. I probably butchered that as well. Either way, guess it's equal for everybody. I wonder, Panzer Elite 10 can Kishi, yeah, he is going to go for a second Kaliningrad to begin with against the British forces. Not uncommon. British forces have to rely on this single scope rifle squad for capturing up points early on. Do have the lieutenant here. He's not packing up immediately. What is he eyeing next? Based on the amount of manpower he has, we're probably going to see another infantry section. Nope, he packs on up now. He may be going to be deploying onto this munitions point. Using scope rifle squad to capture these points. Lieutenant could capture this point here, then towards the fuel point. Sorry, my throat's a little bit stuffed up. This may be a good spot for the British HQ. Over here, squeezing right there wouldn't be half bad either. That seems a little bit defensible. Got a lot of not only structures and various debris for line sight blockers. Could be a bit forward as well. Scope rifle squad now engaging the Kaliningrad. Looks like it does get a good volley there onto it. As Kaliningrad go around and capture some points there, I do not see anything loaded on the back of the Kaliningrad just yet. And the HQ command truck is actually pushed pretty far forward. Maybe a little bit too far forward in my opinion. Because if he gets overran, he's going to disintegrate. You now have another intersection being plotted on field. Got 2 Panzer Grenadiers here. There's a high. He needs to get out this intersection here. He needs to get the lieutenant in this other intersection to engage because he can easily get overran by these 2 squads. Kaliningrad's doing a good job capturing the flanks. Very, very nice. He now sees where this is deployed at, so this Kaliningrad can capture the entire right flank of the map.
Ready to go. We're ready to roll out.
Panzer Grenadier capturing the central VP, as well as these other strategic points.
We're ready. Get us to the fight. Oi, listen up, gents.
Now we do have both these intersections here with the lieutenant nearby. This one should be able to sprint out of supply, though there's always a little bit of a bug issue as they are traversing outside this sector. It's between the 2 sectors that tend to bug out when you have going from your capture to not capture. Those who's deployed designated marksman, he's growing really trying to displace this Panzer Grenadier. Both models are firing at the moment. Does soft trade away. We'll see some fire there from this intersection. Now a ranged lieutenant. Does get in range lieutenant. He is going to get inside this garrison. There are 3 windows inside. It's not a great building, but not a bad building. But does actually retreats around to this side here, allowing to engage a bit more safely from these 2 Panzer Grenadier squads. Pops out this one here. This Panzer Grenadier squad is receiving quite a bit of damage here. Does have a lot of windows to fight from there. And prone being wiped out at the moment. This guy needs to fall back. And this one does get inside this garrison. And we got a 3rd intersection here. Got a bit of a blobby place out there, but these Panzer Grenadiers are just being swatted away one at a time. Got another Panzer Grenadier back home. Got this G43 squad advance forward, trying to engage these intersections. This Panzer Grenadier is receiving a bit of fire there. And this Panzer Grenadier squad is falling back. Both of them falling back. This one has a possibility of being wiped. Got this squad here. See more shots. It does get wiped out there. Nice little pick there. Of course, 3 versus 1 is probably a good idea to retreat back that Panzer Grenadier nice and early. And these Panzer Grenadiers reinforce. Though if you look at the map here, the Panzer League players captured the majority of it. Does miss the mission sector there. And based on this guy's movement, I wonder if he's going for another HQ, getting something that could be healing. Nope, it's another Panzer Grenadier. Got 4 Panzer Grenadiers on the field. One course did get wiped out. And now if you look on the map here, multiple sectors now being decaptured. And this is a cutoff point. They will deny the income of these 2 valuable resources there. Kettengräd over here receiving quite a bit of damage. And this intersection here does get overran by the Panzer Grenadiers. And this as well, you started blobbing. Now all your opponent's forces are back in one sector. And now your opponent has an inherent blob and your forces are all spread out. Actuality, this is not a cutoff point. He is maintaining supply through this tiny corridor right there. I'm not sure if this counts. His section's falling back. Does have Veteran C1. Does got early Veteran C1. He may have enough command points for an early Churchill. Nope, he does not. And I think you get one level of Veteran C, you get a command point, right? So he spent that command point immediately. Upon what? I do not know. Got all Panzer Grenadiers here. Got these 2 windows firing. Apparently the door counts as a window. That's good to know. Does use point as in the marksman there. And some of these Panzer Grenadiers soft straight away does full withdrawal. Of course, the forward reinforcements here, as well as now soon to be forward healing. You of course get a good staging point there. And the casualty clearing station there, as he continues to win fights in this region, he will get more squads deployed on the field. Honestly, the more I view the casualty recovery system, the more I think it's actually a win more mechanic, because since you can kill them off, it means if you lose the fight, you're not going to get anything returned. But if you win the fight, then you get some massive returns. So the trench now being deployed on the field. Field support truck now deploying on this field point there, improving it.
Go ahead, sir.
And it is this munition sector that's actually locked down, not this one here.
Defensive possession complete.
You now have a group of company deploying field. He's welcome to go straight for the Panzerjäger command. Using all these Panzer Grenadiers reinforced. He does have base healing there, very nice. The Brit does have a lot of manpower at the moment. There's the Panzerjäger command, just topping off the health of the Kettengräd. Trying to go for more split trenches over here. Kettengräd, I think, does spot all of this. Yeah, you can see these guys have the glowing indicators, so he does spot them. Now this one's out of range, but he doesn't know there's going to be a split trench there. He may need to go off for a mortar half track before it goes for 2-2 with his split trenches. Or at least for incendiary grenades. Oh wait, that's not a Panzerjäger command, that's a Panzer support command. He's going for IAT half track. I just assume Panzerjäger command because that's usually by default. You now have this Kettengräd receiving a bit of fire there. Sapper squad deployed on the field. Kettengräd, of course, getting good capture sectors captured on up. ITF track's almost complete. Field support truck. Oh, is that a second sapper? I wonder if he's eyeing for Piets. He may be eyeing for a steward. He may be eyeing for Piets.
Ready to move the
One squad of PSR deployed on the field, the other one is not being upgraded just yet. You probably could throw the Piet squad inside a slit trench to make sure it stays nice and healthy there. Skullcrawler squad does fall back there, getting overran by the infantry section.
Battalion HQ is confirmed. We can start securing resources from the area.
Secure resources complete.
We know what I know here. You never know what could be found. Let's not cock this one up, mates.
Hands Grenadiers pushing way forward. We've got these intersections engaging from the slit trench there. Does throw an Incendiary Grenade into it. Very nice. Is able to clear it out. Medic charging forward, finding casualty right here. Does get inside the slit trench there. See a bit of fire there. He didn't actually destroy it. Does want the light TF track, which is, ooh, gets a good hit on the Piet squad. The light TF track is a minor threat to him, but he is getting some good hits there. He's now running on in. Intersection, of course, inside the slit trench there. He could tag it out and get this one back and healing. Maybe tag it out with this one here. Petrograd has captured the sector here. This one's untouched and unspoiled. Piet squad push way forward. May find a shot. Does find a shot. 2 shots. Gets direct hit. Will take 2 more hits to take it out. And does go ahead and tag out that one. And gets the other sapper falling back as well. He does capture this sector here, and I to capture the sector here, but his opponent still has supply on the entire rest of the map.
Have secured the munitions point.
And this sector is non-supply, so this does not count as supply right there. And Grenadiers push way forward. We've got the mortar half track on field. Very nice. That's probably incendiary mortar. And does get a great hit there and burning up that intersection quite quickly. A good number of those models go down. The other half part of the squad does get wounded. He does not activate the casualty clearing station medics here.
Troops ready. Go ahead with
Both
your
these squads severely needs it.
Send your message.
A lot of things do need it as well. Does get another squad of Piets there, so I have 2 squads of Piets.
They're going after one of our munition stores.
Piets raining on in. Does get a good hit down the Panzer Grenadier. And does put the slit trench there. The squads can reinforce as well. We got a camouflage Petrograd there, which means we'll off ground forces.
Enemy unit supply lines are broken.
Does go down there. I always want to take a better look at this. The camouflage on the, there's nothing that will indicate it has gone for camouflage, right? But there's some stripes here that wasn't there before. Does that indicate camouflage? Not sure. Got these Panzer Grenadiers falling back at the intersection here, engaging the light cover. Mortar finds a good hit there on the Piet squad. Both those Panzer Grenadiers do fall back.
The area is secure. I don't see any signs of Jerry.
The munition sector has been captured on up. We got the Petrograd and the light ATF track advancing around the flank.
Section report.
Under fire!
Good job, mates.
Light ATF track has received pins there. Does receive some pins now.
Mines on the ground.
Mines on the ground. Looks like the sappers have deployed a landmine right there. Very nice. Howdy. Intersection does fall back. Both these squads do. They're both quite wounded, so it needs some medics.
Target seized.
North captains the sector, captures some more sectors up here. These sectors are out of supply for the Panzerleague
Munitions
player, and now the
depot is being
Petrograd's
overrun.
I'm sort of surprised that Piet shots missed. That one looked like it was a pretty good hit. Does roll a miss there onto the barrels. Now we've got the mortar half track eyeing for a barrage somewhere. Roll some misses there. Does find a decent hit there on that scope rifle squad, getting it wounded. There's like another structure back at home for the Panzerleague player. Let's see what it is. is the Panzerjäger Command, so he has both the Panzersport Command and Panzerjäger Command. Nothing being pulled out by the Panzerleague player at the moment, so maybe eyeing for Panthers though. Mine's been detected there by the Kettengrad. I wonder if you actually realize he's found a landmine there.
Upgraded unit ready.
There's for the landmine there, very nice. And now we got the captain falling back. We'll see a bit of fire there, but should be escape armor there. That actually happened to me before. I'm not sure what I fixed it. I think one way you can help fix it, I think clear out your app data as well as your documents folder. Try deleting the app data and documents folder related to Company Heroes 1. That may help out. It reset all the settings that may fix the issue. I remember I had that issue beforehand. And I think I did that to fix it. Granted, this was a couple years ago. Multiple years ago.
Elite Fallschirmjäger infantry is now available for use against the enemy, meine Kampfgruppen.
Oh, we do now. The Fallschirmjägers and the butterfly bombs now being deployed are being selected. Butterfly bombs running on in. Does have the scope rifle squads here to find them. Does destroy most of the butterfly bombs that come down. A couple of them still remains. Mortar raining on in. And do also make sure you do clear out the documents files. After all, it is a 2006 game or 7 game, so it does use things such as your documents folder. Does get a good damage there. Does force him back using the forward healing. One thing as well you can try is try launching it from
The enemy is seizing our territory.
directly and not through Steam. And maybe try administrator mode as well. Just a couple ideas.
Our unit upgraded.
More butterfly bombs raining on in. This time was a bit more successful. The medic does go down. A lot of down casualties there, but none of them will be claimed.
We have territory out of supply.
Gears up and ready to
And then
go.
Grad captured the munitions sector as well. Forces starting to push their way forward. Kaliningrad captured that munitions sector. Over here we got the Panzergrenadiers engaging the intersections now. We've got a mastery coming out by the Panzergrenadier. Mortar half-track just needs to run away. We drive away. Do now got the heroic charge activated there. Trying to chase down this mortar half-track. Now do got a pair of Panthers spawning field. Oh yeah, he got his Panthers available. The Brit has over 1,000 manpower, does have armor command truck, needs to be set on up, does have a bit of fuel. He of course will need out the command tank before it can get out any additional fireflies or any fireflies. Mortar half track now seeing pit fire, it does go down. Good hits there. And Grenadiers push way forward, getting some good kills on the medics. Got, of course, 2 squads of PS here. You can throw one of the squads inside the slit trench. In fact, he probably can throw 2. If he doesn't get one reinforced all the way, then you can throw both squads into the slit trench since it can support the 7 models. And they start firing away.
Ready to move. Ready to move the pit. I've got to get right.
Does roll a bounce there. Rolls a pin there.
Your hair on, mate.
Lieutenant Emergency 2. Captain's currently unvetted. Have you seen what doctrine is actually selected? We may not know what doctrine is selected just yet. Infrastructure push way forward. Gets a good damage on the Panzergrenadiers. Panzergrenadiers do fall back nice and early. Units are now running on hitting the Panther a little bit. Does get hit there. There's some butterfly bombs here. And does spot one of them there. Getting some good hits there onto those I'm not sure what squad he hit. I think the scope rifle squad.
Bring us some reserves.
Friend squad now plotting on the field, ready to button those Panthers to aid the Piets. Of course, we've now got the Kaliningrad camouflaging forward as well. And now we've got the heroic charge. Let's have the rear armor exposed. Needs to get a button. Does get the button there. Maybe a little bit too close there. Gets some good hits there. I think some of these Bren guys are actually throwing themselves into the tracks. Yet that one's actually just getting disintegrated by throwing themselves into the tracks. Does drop a Bren on the ground. Could perhaps use another button. Oh, we actually used button the other one. Let's pick up the Bren there. Does fall back now, the Bren squad. Trying to go some crushes there. Get some good damage to the Panthers, but they do not take out either of them. We do now have the command tank and some Fireflies being pulled on the field. Very nice. He has plenty of manpower at the moment.
Look sharp.
Enemy fire!
Ooh, what hit that Panther? Was a Piet?
Ready to set off.
Panther can't be pushing this far forward. Is almost dead. Does get a button there. He really wants it dead. Fires the Piets there. Rolls some bounces there. Misses as well. He's, of course, pretty unreliable. Got the Bren squad firing away from the slit trench. Panzer Grenadiers firing away from the house like half track, getting some fire on in. Panthers getting some shots there. Casualty claim station's almost down. Currently 3 out of 5 casualties have been claimed. Light half track rolls a miss there, and the casualty clearance station does get destroyed. This Pennsylvania is currently not repairing up the Panther at the moment, both of them. Trying to push it forward, may find a button here. Piets are raining on in, rolls some miss there. Mortar half track still firing away. Push trench getting drawing some good fire there. Now I got the command tank and the Firefly being pushed on out. He should be pretty close to getting out another Firefly as well. Yep, Piets are not reliable in my opinion. They bounce and then miss.
Astride a German target.
Panthers fighting a lot of butterfly bombs there. Scope Arc squad's back here. Let's get out the light AT half track. And both these Panthers need to fall back and get some repairs.
Go ahead, send!
We got nearly 5 command points for the Brit. He's going to try to pull out another casualty clearing station. And maybe some casualties on the ground. Yes, there are. Some more butterfly bombs being brought on in. With that amount of butterfly bombs there, he may want to pull out a sapper just for a minesweep. Heresy, I know. Do not got the logistics company deploying field. He may be eyeing for 4-man squads. Action clearing station has been completed. Kaliningrad camouflaging his way forward. Of course, he's pretty far away from the Flak 88 since he went down for the other line.
Tank 6, ready for your message.
Mortar half track eyeing for a barrage. Mine detected. Does spot another one here. And you'll see he does spot all of these. Yep, he does spot more of these. I think all of them. And this is why I sort of... the sappers should be able to sweep the mines as long as it gets spotted, right? Oh, he does actually get a minesweeper on the sappers. Butterfly bomb is probably one of the few times you actually have to get a minesweeper on your sapper just to get reliable minesweeping. Now they're going to be searching out for these butterfly bombs. He could take time to capture up that VP as well. The Brit is a bit behind on VPs. Finds more butterfly bombs. Another Sherman Firefly pull on the field. I think there are more detonations. He keep on hearing more detonations. The command tank finds a landmine there with the Bren squad.
Sappers ready for action.
Kaliningrad does not get spotted there. Command tank and Firefly push way forward. Mortar half track in this region. Panthers push way forward. One's not fully repaired just yet, but should be repaired enough. Command tank needs to get on out of there. And now got a big heroic charge push way forward. Next volley could take out the command tank. He needs to keep that command tank alive. It's almost dead. command take's very important. Main gun the short crit there onto the command take there. It does go down. And it does provide a lot of good benefits for his Fireflies. Good to stay onto these Fireflies. One Panther does go down. The other one has a little bit of damage there. Piet's engaging it as well. And does decide to fall back with these Fireflies. Panther's also falling back, so has plenty of health to escape out with. And this VP is not being captured up by the Minesweeper squad.
Take a hit from armor.
We now have a Funk Wagon deployed on the field. I am to siphon off some resources. Ooh, what a hit there on the Sapper. Drops a Piet as well. And he did not capture up that point all the way. That is probably a misclick.
Boys are ready. Standing by.
Cancels the landmine there. Intersection does pick up the Piet.
We're listening.
Another Sapper squad deployed on field. Maybe I'm for more Piets.
Get us to the fight.
A 17 pounder in this area would probably be not bad. Foggen has been spotted, or maybe not.
Range cover. All right, ready to receive.
And his VP is still not decaptured. Oh, there was a Kettengrad there. I didn't see it. It was camouflaged. Reverse moves into the VP, so I'm captured up himself. Expert engineer to pull on the field. Very nice. Giving himself an overheal on these Fireflies can be very useful, as well as for any weapon placement. Does get a Piet shot off, but rolls a miss there. Is buttoned but camouflaged. Three Panzer Grenadiers in this region. Mortar half track is alive, a little bit of damage. Minesweeper squad will spot some of these landmines. Down south, do have now a Bergantica deployed on the field. Interesting. The Panther carcass is way over here, so it can be recovered. You may want to move it around the flank so it doesn't get spotted.
Contact! German infantry! Contact German infantry!
Panzer Grenadiers gain some receiving some damage there from Bren squads. Got the G43 squads spotted and forced back. The Brits are now below 200 VPs. Did those fixes help out with your Company Rose 1? Or is it still not working right? I am a bit curious if it did or didn't work. Infrared track, receive it as Incendiary Mortar there. Wow, that Incendiary Mortar was very, very tightly grouped, wasn't it? Usually it's a bit wider than that. Fireflies do get some good damage there. No additional units from the armor command truck. Right now and now got potential strafe report just called on in and also is available, by the way. He's going to get some good damage there. The overheals and the Fireflies can be very useful. Have to see a bit more damage there. More Piets, more Bren squads there. And the other Fireflies see a bit of damage there and does lose his Firefly. More half-track raiding on Int does go and scuttle the slit trench there for the Pleasant City Grenade. Do Brit players get no more than one more LT? Yes, you can get up to 3 LTs, but most Brit players simply don't. I think it's more of a playstyle thing, but I honestly can't say. I've been seeing a lot of people mixing the captain and lieutenant when pushing way forward. I can't really say exactly what people should or shouldn't go for since I'm not exactly an expert in the game. Heroic Charge only got the lieutenant there. That's what the Bergantica there. Bergantica is going to try to disrupt this formation there. Does force back these squads there. It was trying to avoid a crush. Go for our squad to capture this fuel point. repair sapper does get hit there. I think this one is overhealed. Panther's not getting repaired in combat. Angling with the Panthers. Does get damage to crit there. Minesweeper Sapper and the PX. No PX there. Maybe one PX on one of these Tommies. Massive on that intersection there. This Firefly gains good damage there onto that Panther. More mortars running on it, including a Cindering Mortar. He's starting to fall back. He does have enough the Hunter Straight for Sport. The HS-129B3 is off cooldown. However, it is so needs more munitions. Another command take upon field, and looks like it's going for another Firefly. Panthers do need quite a bit of repairs now. Got a good number of sappers here. Firefly now firing at long range, very good. Though right now there's no left-hand to support them, so they're just walking. We got a bit of damage on the Bergantiga. Bergantiga's received a bit of abuse. Panzergrenadiers push forward. Got a lot of British forces here. They should be able to hold back these Panzergrenadiers, I believe. It's a good hit there. Pete's running on in as well. You now have the command take here to support out the Firefly. This Panther's a bit damaged. This one's still not fully repaired either. Does use a heroic charge there, trying to charge in on the enemy. He may button this one. Does get that one button there. Piet does roll it bounce on the Bergantiga, and we do now. The Panther now seems to fire. Firefly lands some more shots. Does get a good pen there. And the Bergantiga sees a bit of abuse as well. Piet's crawling the way forward. There's 3 PS here. Remember, this one did drop one. Bergantiga does lose his main gun and has now destroyed engine crate there. Firefly should be able to pick it off. And there you go. And that may give him a Vet 1 command tank. Or maybe not. Got the Henshaw Strafe for Sport now being put on the field. We'll need to get these guys out of here. The Firefly's about to go down. But I think the crane saved him from receiving shots onto the Firefly. Just need to get out of vision range and let it time out. More Henshaw Strafe for Sports there. Looks like it nailed that intersection. Did you lose a whole intersection to that? Or did the crane eat more of those hits? You now got the Bren squad. Seeing a bit of fire there, falls back. The Brit does not have a lot of VPs remain. The Central VP has been decaptured. Panzergrenadiers may want to capture it up. You now have the Scope Alpha squad engaged. By under heavy cover, we got this Panzergrenadiers falling back, and now we do also have a 2-2 on the field. Now we got the 4-man squad upgrade as well, and now we also have Verbulins. Did it say flak emplacement, or was it the Verbulin? Flak emplacement's the last one. You still need to get the Luftwaffe ground forces out in the field before going to deploy any flak 88s. Panthers now see a bit of fire there. We've got 2 Fireflies, one inspired by a command tank. You would assume the Panther in front of you being old enough inspiration for you to fight harder. Panther does stay alive, rolls a miss there with his Firefly. Command tank is seeing a bit of use there, needs to get that one out there. Does lose a Panther. Bergantiga is of course destroyed. We can't recover it. It does crush the carcass there as well. He does have a bit of manpower to work with. You may want to keep this Panther alive. Firefly does get hit there, taking out the other Panther as well. There's a lot of Panzergrenadiers in the field. The Fireflies are not going to be that useful. The Fireflies are more dedicated anti-tank, so he may could go for a Flak 88 instead. Point a Flak 88 along this road, along this hedge line, tree line, would be useful to help sieging down some of this area. So that should be in range. Yes, that should definitely be in range from Flak 88 to siege down this area. This VP is captured by the Pensley player. The lieutenant is going to make it not so. And now there is a second lieutenant here to support out the British forces. He does not have a Luftwaffe ground force squad on the field, so he may not be eyeing for Flak 88s this game. The Brit has 11 command points. He may have not selected the doctrine just yet. He has a bit of manpower to work with. He has enough to get out an AVRE. He could try something fancy with AVREs. He has a bit of munitions. He could get improved resource acquisition from Royal Engineers and get a lot of AVREs to deny the points. He has plenty of AT with the two Fireflies. He has to be worried about the infantry support as well, so going for a lot of vehicles may not be a good idea. So maybe something heavy in placements could be decent. Grenadiers does fall back. He does not get the recovery bunker healing. The Sprint squad is starting to receive a lot of damage there. Now activated. He'll still get singed a little bit. Down to one model there. Who is outranged. The flame effect that does survive. For now, Piet squad advancing into the split trench there. And the casualty clearing station is in direct hit there from the Firefly. Another sea grenade is thrown. He needs to evacuate that trench. Takes the casualty clearing station as well. Does evacuate the intersection and does manage to nope, does not manage to get away. So Strafer force advance, making their way forward. Rolls a miss there with that Strafer run. Now he just needs to run away. Another Henschel coming on in. Gets a good hit there on that sapper there. Those loses Firefly. He's not fighting against any Panthers at the moment, so they're not critical at this moment.
Sapper troops ready for action.
He has also 12 command points. How many command points do you need to max out Doctrine? Like 14 to 16, right? We do now have the Scope Squad. We do have a 223 here. It's going to receive some small arms fire now. Since he knows this one's going for some of these light vehicles, it may be a good idea if we'll go for Bofors over here. Bit overkill though. First set of Panthers now pulling field. Does have the command tank still alive. There's some Pete's in the region supported by 2 lieutenants. Firefly receiving massive fire there, but the Panthers receiving a bit of beating as well. Let's get a good hits on the Panthers. Get squad to see a bit of fire. Another casualty clearing station there. He's definitely gotten one free squad. He's actually, I think he had 2 Brens beforehand, so he's lost a Bren. Yep, and we also got the lieutenant carrying a Bren as well. Instruction I to recapture this point, very nice. He could take time to capture this fuel point as well, so he can pass the defensive placement there. 222 now advancing up north. You do not got the commander upgrade. Rolls on this there. And now the Scope squad receiving quite a bit of damage there from 2-2. He's down to 3 models there. They're all quite wounded as well. Hand Grenadiers now handing over here. 3 squads, 1 model missing.
The initiative is ours. Victory countdown starts.
Firefly overhealed. We do got these Panthers push way forward. Right now the Brit does have a good amount of resources and everything. Good reserve. Nothing too significant though. Well, you have plenty of fuel for us to game. While one has a lot of fuel. And almost enough for another Henschel strafing support. Has decent reserve manpower as well. Firefly does get a good hit there on the Panther. 4 hits there. And it looks like we do have fresh Firefly deployed on field. Brens do get a nice little snare there onto the Panther. He has good hits as well. Command tank pushes his way forward. Panthers receive a bit of use there. Command take now for C1, 2-2, receive a bit of direct hit there by the Firefly. He's almost down. It's Panther just pushing forward. Rolls a miss there on 2-2. Panther's still back here, a bit wounded. 2-3 has captured the VP. We've got this VP captured up by the Brit. While the Panzer League player has plenty of VPs at the moment, he is, of course, counted down. Slowly.
We are losing a sector. We are losing ground.
Lieutenant now catching the fuel point.
Ready for Kampfauftrag. Enemy fire.
Sapper squad does fall back there. Panther receiving some repairs there. Panthers are seeing quite a bit of damage there from the Firefly. There are 2 Fireflies inspired by a command tank, and that Panther goes down. Does cross someone's own models there as well. Panther Striker Sword facing forward. Looks like it rolled, mostly misses there. Damage to crit on this Firefly as well. It will probably go down to the next central. Panther Grenadier push way forward. Does roll a volley there on this Panther, but does roll some misses there, as it does go ahead and bunny hops from the trench. As we design for Incendiary Grenade there. Firefly destroyed into crit now. And maybe will crawl away. As Grenades receive that damage there. Ren Squad does escape out of the trench and does get Veteran C on these Panzer Grenadiers. And it looks like this Firefly will stay alive for now. So I think his health is low enough that even a 2-2 could potentially take it out with the rear armor.
We are at 300 points.
Can a 2-2 pen a rear armor of a Firefly? Possibly?
Our unit has been upgraded.
We do now have the intersection now advancing down south. We'll potentially find the 2-2-3.
Ready for action.
And the 2-2-3 is receiving some fire now. Of course, we'll send some fire back. Command tank and Firefly advancing forward. This gets some good damage there. And there goes the other Panther. Big losses there for the Panzer League player. He does have a bit of manpower, but not enough to get another pair of Panthers. He's actually lost one of the Panzer Grenadiers as well. And losing this 2-3 will deny a bit of munitions. It'll go from 26 down to 16, I believe. He does take it out there, down to 37. So got the Funk Rocket here stealing some resources. Now got another Panzer Grenadier deploying field. It's a heavy assault grenadier, heavy infantry. Heavy assault grenadier, I just generally call them.
Forces are attacking our petrol depot.
Upgraded unit ready.
Now we got some STG squads deployed on the field. Very nice. Yep, I mean, most Panzer League players just go for Panthers and 2-2s. In light TF tracks, mortar half tracks. Most Panzer League players do not really touch Panzer Support Command. I love seeing the Panzer IV-C as well as the Hotchkiss. I'm more of a fan of the Panzer IV-C myself. I can see the appeal of the Hotchkiss with the artillery capability. I really wish people would go for those a little bit more.
Eliminated the enemy once more.
Does take out a lot of these forces there. Does disintegrate a lot of the British forces there, though. The Brit just lost a lot of those units. So there's 3 intersections here. Repair Sapper who just repaired up the Fireflies, or at least one of the Fireflies. He still has a lot of command points he has not utilized. This intersection will go down. He could replace this intersection with commandos. I'm assuming he hasn't selected the option yet.
German forces are trying to overrun one of our lines and is trying to take a victory point.
The opponent has been captured on up. Cromwell, regular Cromwell on the field. That is going to be very handy at this moment in time. This provides some good fire support against these Panzer Grenadiers. Look at that. 2 shots, 3 kills. Better than a sniper.
German forces are
Annihilates a whole Panzer Grenadier squad. Ooh. That time he does miss. BT2 is now trying to engage the Cromwell and fails at it.
have a secured sector under attack.
BT2 does fall back. What is the Panzer League player eyeing? He's almost enough manpower for another pair of Panthers. Funkwagen has been spotted there. Now his munitions in comes a lot less, so now Henschel straight from port will take 8 minutes worth of munitions income to call one in. Right now he needs another 3+ minutes. Another pair of Panthers now deployed down the field. Of course, the 2 Fireflies and the command tank and a Cromwell can still be useful versus the Panther as well. And we do have second Cromwell. We've got a lot of British armor out in the field. The Panthers have been slowly being picked away one at a time. He has 4 squads of Panzer Grenadiers at the moment. Cromwell does spot this. Does see a couple pens there. Firefly advancing with your armor. I don't think its frontal armor makes a difference. Cromwell also bounces there. Does get one of the Panthers bounce or button. Cromwell does go down, which does drop a lot of fire there. Red squad does inside the garrisons. There is a now landmine there. Ooh, British landmine found by the Panzer Grenadiers. One Panther has gone down. Fireflies still have plenty of health to work with. I think one of them still overhealed. Nope, they're neither overhealed. Man tank's overhealed though. And he has to be very careful to repair separate. They're standing on top of a landmine. Otherwise, that's not a good spot for them to stand on. Command tank now receiving fire there from the Panther. Does get good hits there onto the Panther, and now the Panzer League player does fall back. There's a moment where he could have came back from the game after losing all these Panthers when he got a lot of good squad wipes there. But the follow-up Panthers were not successful. And since he's back to the game, let's go and fast forward. This is Angrade saying, thank you for watching.
Victory point captured. No enemy action.
And there we go. That's the end of the replay. Everyone, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Oops. I just hit exit the windows, didn't I? I'm an idiot. Sorry about that, everyone. I didn't mean to hit that button.
Sega.
Let's see, that was this one here. Let's go and go on to a 2v2 now. Let's go with this one. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Wars 1 replay. As well on our right side, as the US forces, we have Phalanx, and as his US ally, we have Ilgi's Peterschis Reich. I have no idea what that even means. On the left side, as the Panzer League player, we have Rus, and spawn as the Wehrmacht player, we have Friendlich Socialist. I think they're already accusing the opponents with map hacks, maybe? I wasn't really paying attention. I think they're saying this person's boosting with map hacks like they just said. Not sure what's going on. Or maybe he's accusing him. Gotta love when a replay starts with map hack accusations. We do not have the points being captured up north. We do have this point capturing on up, and this one. Balanced approach there, while the Axis players are just going straight down to the southern side. We now have a Kettengrad and a motorcycle pushing out on the field. We got a second Kettengrad deployed on the field. And we do got a logistics company. Usually when I see this, people tend to go for Luftwaffe ground forces and go immediately for the Luftwaffe squads. But that's just usually maybe a bad indication. Motorcycle gained some damage there onto the rifleman. I've not really been paying attention much to all this chat over here. Been a little bit on the heated side now, ain't it? Viewpoint has been captured on up. We do now this rifleman squad pushing forward. We've got 2 motorcycles here. Let's have, of course, the pioneers here to assist with repairs. We've got 2 rifleman squads, 1 for each player. Engineers may make their advance as well to get into range. I see teammate was going with what tech and doctrine. Jeep deployed out on the field as well, so we got a rifleman into Jeep with 2 engineers. Repairing up this motorcycle. This motorcycle seems a bit damaged there, may want to fall back with it. Engineers now push his way forward. Jeep here as well. This person's getting a little bit overwhelmed. His teammate has not really put out any military units on the field, so he's going to leave out his teammate high and dry. Motorcycle now seeing quite a bit damage there. Jeep could pursue, just trying to rotate around. Doesn't seem any. Oh, does get damage crit there by a rifleman, and now will be pursued. Panzer Grenadiers, they may try for a bit of repairs. Is trying to repair it up for Panzer Grenadiers. Volks Grenadiers here to support, and the motorcycle gets annihilated. Panzer Grenadiers and Volks Grenadiers are now engaged. We do have now a 2-2-1 deployed on the field. We do now have the motorcycle in providing some fire support there. Does need the repairs. 2-2-3 now pursuing this forces. He may take out the engineers. It does lock down the sector before he managed to be captured, so now we've got improved mission sector. This will buy them what? 26 missions per second? Or just 18? It's not the high. It's not the improved point, just the medium point. Volks Grenadiers behind some heavy cover there. Rifleman as well. It's another rifleman squad from his teammate pushing forward. Overall, if you look at the map, the Allies doing a good job of field control. Deep advance sent forward. We do now have a bunker being deployed on the field. Maybe eyeing for a capture recovery bunker. I don't think it's going to be a machine gun bunker. Could be a machine gun bunker based on its position. Another 2-2-1 deployed on the field. Oh wait, no, that was an upgrade. So that is a 2-2-3 upgrade. So we got resource acquisition by the Panzer Elite player. He's asking his teammate going for, he's going for tanks, he's going for inf. No airborne? Flying infantry. If you're playing as Brits, you get flying tanks. In infantry. Dugor's got a landmine deployed out right there by the US forces. Motorcycle or Kettengrad captured that sector as well. Armor car relatively soon, or no, is he saying that to his opponent? Yep, Panzer Command. Wait. Yes, he has a pretty good sense there. We do now have the Panzer Command deployed on the field. Another 2-2-1 being upgraded to 2-2-3. As the player is really eyeing for the resource acquisition. Where is the... This one's down to this field point. This one's going to this munition sector now. Volks Grenadiers see a bit of fire there. Riflemen make their advance. Motorcycles see a bit more damage. Over from the squads behind some heavy cover. We got 4 squads of riflemen. You got a capture recovery bunker there. Volks Grenadiers are starting to get overran. There's too many squads here. The 2-2-3 can fight, as well as the motorcycle. You may be able to set this up in this fuel sector in order to get behind them. It does set up on this munition sector there, so they're both nearby, so they can help support each other. We got a lot of forces by the Allies here. Panzer Grenadier STGs on this region. Trying to find off these forces there. These forces are starting to overrun. Does get a sticky bomb there. Getting it fully mobilized, so really can't move out from that position. Getting more damage there. Small arms survivor should be able to finish off. Got now 2-2 deployed on the field. The 2-3 does go down there. This 2-3 still finding a way. He has not started decapturing this munition sector, so you can perhaps deploy another 2-3 to secure it. These forces do force back the Pioneers. Motorcycle a little bit wounded, nothing too significant. And now we've got a third casualty now being recovered by the Wehrmacht player. And there's now a fourth casualty there, but that medic does get torched. Got a US medic now, multiple US medics gathering up some casualties. Not sure where the other medic may be at. There's the other medic there, Macy Free Grenadier. Does get another fully immobilized 2-2-3. These two Spain support. Funk Falcon does get spotted there. He could try deploying out a Goliath. And starting to fall back. Heal, please. Asking his teammate to deploy out a casualty or a Triage Center. These forces are now falling back. He could try deploying out Burkentika to get these vehicles recovered. Maybe a bit overkill. Got another 2-2 deployed on the being deployed on the field. Medic station here has been spotted. Does get the kills on these medics. You have a triage center here, a bit far forward. Both players can be using it. Something being plotted out here. It could be bars. Let's take a look. Nope, there's another rifleman squad. He does already have bars on the field. Next station now seeing a bit of fire there. Greyhound being deployed, has been deployed now. Has the armor skirts upgrade, going for the 850 cal. Full screen. Oh, there is a Goliath there deployed out by the Panzer Elite player. There is a US landmine right there. It is spotted there by the Kettengrad. Does find this landmine, however. And this landmine was destroyed. Jeep does see a bit of autocannon fire. Rifleman squads, a lot of them advancing forward. We've now got the Greyhound pushing forward, getting some damage there on the Volks Grenadiers. No landmine over here to hit that Greyhound. Wehrmacht medics are charging forward. He may grab himself a fourth casualty there for a free Grenadier. Volks Grenadiers trying to get reinforced by this bunker there. Greyhound advancing forward. Got a sticky bomb onto the motorcycle through the hedge.
Enemy unit
Does get the
down.
kill there. Two medics, two casualties being recovered there. Volks Grenadiers need some reinforcements. Two getting repaired. Another two deployed on the field. Infantry 42 is going to be very useful. Medics, one medic has been focused down. The other one's getting focused down, so no free Grenadier. And they do need that firepower from that Grenadier. Pack 38 needs to rotate over here. Goliath has been spotted. Goliath blows up, detonates, kills him off the Greyhound, and force back all of these forces. If a medic quickly pops out, he may get his fourth casualty there. We've got an M180 gun now deployed on field. And now we got the armor car, we've seen a bit of damage there. Now I got some MP40 Volks on the field. I do love MP40 Volks. But the Flame Engineers are going to say hi to them. This player, of course, has infantry. This person's going for armor, so they both have selected their doctrines or planned doctrines. The Wehrmacht player does get for the fall of lane, which means he has gone for defensive. He's going straight for flak 88s. The Reese player has maybe not doctrine selected just yet. Is our Kettengrad still alive? Yes, there is. Nothing loaded in the back, so I don't think he's selected a doctrine yet. Oh, we got multiple medics here. Seeing how many medics are on the field, there's more than one medic station deployed on out. Both placed down by the same player, which that means it's going to actually be really hard to kill off all those medics. This casualty has fully gone down though, but I've got a lot of casualties here. A lot of casualties. You'll pick up some more casualties, so you'll get some riflemen. Going for one medic station, you occasionally get a free rifleman. When you go for two medic stations, you get a lot of riflemen. Don't underestimate two medic stations, in my opinion. Because it's easy to swat down two medics. It's not easy to swat down four, respawned twice as quickly. MP40 folks, software trading away. Got these 2 rifleman squads, 3 rifleman squads now pushing away forward. And the Pensley player, we still don't know what actually selected. He has all structure squad view. Going for mortar half check wouldn't be that bad. The opponents are blocking up quite quick often. And 4C wouldn't hurt either.
We are losing ground.
Now going for Goliath here. Does spot it there. Goliath does pop on out.
We're approaching a unit with the enemy's advances.
And does blow himself up. And I believe that was a manual trigger there. He does go ahead and get light vehicle capture there, so the Jeep is now going to capture sectors. Very nice. Wehrmacht medics, if he gets his casualty covered, he will get a free grenadier. There we go. Got the 4th punch down on his value card. Getting a free grenadier now deployed on the field. Now the rifleman squad suppress the moment from the MG42. Off-high power shooting now running on in. If it goes down, that's okay, since he has already got his grenadier. There goes that motorcycle, I believe. MP40 Volks push away forward. Grenadiers now engaged from this cover there. Does drop a couple models there, maybe from the artillery barrage. Going for a grenade there. Volks Grenadiers being forced back. And the bunker does stay up. Riflemen and engineers advancing forward. AT gun may get overrun there. MG42 getting some good suppression. We got a Greyhound way back there. AT gun does get decrewed. Rifleman squad could recrew it. Also do get suppressed and pinned by the MG42. We got a munitions half-track deployed on the field. That is a rare asset. And maybe one of the rarest things you can see a Panzer player can pull out. That and the Flak Irving. What's more rare, the Flak Irving or the munitions half-track? I can't think what's even more rare than that. Those 2 items. There goes that Flamer Engineer.
I'm going to find my own time.
We got Mortar Half-Track and a Grenade Warfare deployed on the field. No efficiency for the Wehrmacht player. He does not even have a Kampfkraft Center. As teammate for an off-hand power shoot. That's Grenadiers and repairing up the bunker quite nicely. He's pushing way forward. Needs 75 ammo for it. We got a US sniper squad group. Does get 1 kill so far. Sorry, my microphone. Our rifleman squad received a bit of damage there. Does fall back to Volks Grenadiers. Choose now engaging rifleman squad advance along the flank. Got gunner killed right there. Light half track to the one field. Mortars raining on in this force. The Grenade Warfare can get some hits as well. So far it has 0 kills. Just get some good suppression there. Do firing some hits as well. Petrograd light half track in this region. That's going to engage the rifleman squad at close range. The rifleman squad should do fine. Looks like the Grenade Warfare does get good hit there from mortar half track.
Unit down.
And the Panzer Grenadier squad does get wiped out. And that rifle squad gets annihilated. Got the US medics charging forward. Like I said beforehand, it's hard to swat down all these medics. There's 3 medics charging forward. Make that roll 4. It's trying to gun down these medics. Now got the Flak 88 being deployed on out. AT gun not been recruited. Does get a rifleman squad here. That's not a freshly deployed out one. It looks like they managed to kill off all 4 of those medics. Now they're trying to barrage down the medic station. Oh, I hear a howitzer barrage. And the Flak 8 does go up in time. I'm not sure that's a good or bad thing under artillery fire. More mortars hitting that garrisonable structure. Deep civilian damage. He's asking teammates to go for mass howitzer. Asking his teammate to go for 3 howitzers. He asks his teammate to have a good time. He's the one with the medic station as well, so he may have a continuous supply of riflemen. Got some good hits there on the rifleman. Got 2 Wehrmacht or US snipers from his teammate.
The Yankees are grabbing
And this medic station is about to go down. squad does get forced back there.
Dead, you're busy.
Penegrad is backing on off. Does decide to blitz on forward, trying to hunt down these snipers. Does quickly take them out.
Vehicle has been destroyed in action.
Penegrad does go down there, rifle squad. He says vampire, so they think they found a vampire half track. Right there. We do got now these. Patrick does find a shot there, but rolls and miss. Fuse have plenty of health. Got the mortar half track, light half track, and the vampire spotted.
Enemy's advances on our victory point.
And the Volkswagen does fall back there. Got the captured N180 gun by Volkswagen this region. Our squad has seen a bit of autocannon fire. Incendiary mortar does land, doesn't really connect. And these rifle squads do fall back now. Armor car does fall back there. AT gun does get a hit there onto the armor car.
Ready to respond.
Booby traps, so he's now set the doctrine.
Roadblocks are
Scorched
now at
earth.
our disposal.
More. There must be more. I think he only has the one at the moment, right? Yeah, he only has the one.
Ready for fire.
He doesn't have a whole lot of manpower at the moment. He has a lot of rifle squad thanks to those medic stations. Upkeep first. He needs upkeep research. You now have the second layer upgrade of upkeep being plotted out. Very nice. We do have a Goliath here, not camouflage, and it was spotted there because that grader was there.
Take our territory.
Receiving fire!
Up here, Panchak Grenadiers do force back these squads. That's about the munition
They're hitting
observation
one of
post
our
there.
forward emplacements.
Often power
Trying to
shoot
take
running
our
on in
territory.
somewhere. Goliath does fall back in time. There's the artillery barrage, takes out the MG42. Now got these rifle squads now advancing south. Doing some damage on the Panzer Grenadiers. Good to get some autocannon fire as well. Incendiary mortar does come on in. Level 2 production has been completed. Let's see. Motor or tank depot being pulled out over there. Let's see what they're shooting
Casualties
at.
being reported.
There is a dropped bar right there. Someone really dropped the bar. Up north, these Panzer Grenadier or regular Grenadiers just decapturing points there. Doesn't only decapture the VP, didn't even attempt to fully capture it. Does fall back. You now have this rifleman squad advancing along the flank, making some fire here. Make it 1 or 2 models. No veterancy. There's the Kampfgraf Center. He has got a Vet 1 light vehicles. Needs to get at least Vet 1 infantry, I would say. Just get the health regen going. Does spot the Goliath there. Takes out the AT gun. Is a Goliath is a good spotting tool against AT guns since the AT guns try to shoot it and the Flak 88 counterattacks? Is that really a combination?
We now have defensive artillery.
Is that what happened? There goes the Jeep. Something got blown up there. Unless the MG42 finally got fully destroyed there. There's its tripod. Asking for a screen share. Or a screenshot, not screen share. Oh, I just realized something as well. The central VP is scorched. Gets a good hit there. It's a great hit there onto the Panzer. I mean, in order for the map hacks generally reveal Fog of War, if I remember correctly, based on what I've been told by other players. And so, for him to call an off-map artillery barrage means he had to have a line of sight of it either way. Hellcats, multiple Hellcats now pushing way forward. Panzer maybe trying to recapture up that. Black 8 does go down there. Got good AT shots there from the light air track. Funkwagen, main gun destroyed. Both of them fully immobilized, but both stuck. Main gun destroyed there. The light air track maybe will finish off this one. Rolls a miss there. Casualty recovery bunker needs one more casualty to be recovered. All the medics are down, however. Motor half track to see a bit of fire. Let's take out that Hellcat as well with the light half track. Fresh Grenadier does get pulled out on the field from the casualty recovery bunker, and now is able to hit these riflemen. And get hit by the riflemen. Rifleman squads do fall back there. Wait, did I just see the model still inside there? It's also force firing, destroying those carcasses, making sure the Wehrmacht pilot doesn't salvage them. I could have sworn I saw the gunner and the loader still in the back of it. It says it's going to be a lag. It has to be frame rate lag, not game lag, because of the lack of notification that pops up along the left. Flame engineers push way forward, can spit damage down the Grenadiers. Grenadiers need to fall back. Mortar half track or Grenade Warfare gains some hits there on Garrison. We got currently 2 M2s deployed on the field. Each is eyeing for a third. Riflemen and 2 flame engineers facing forward. Rifle squad receiving quite a bit of damage there. Probably about to get wiped out. MP-40 folks aren't being engaged by these forces. This point has been repaired and captured by the Allies. And the casualty recovery bunker does go down. So he does manage to get 2, maybe 3 Grenadiers from it. We got For the Fatherland now active there, but these guys are still getting burned alive. The US like their sauerkraut extra crispy. And now these folks Grenadier squad needs a fall back. Hellcat charging forward, will find the Pummel there. Ain't gonna short crit there. There are 2 Pummels. Another out of control crit there. You'll see some hits there from the Pack 38, fully immobilized there by the light cap track. Needs to pursue it before the light cap track gets another engine crit. It does lose that Hellcat as well. It does save this Hummel. Severely wounded. That Bergentiga now being plotted on the field. We do now the Funkwagen. Now see the stick bomb there. Catch do roll some misses there. Fully immobilized. 3 repair engineers trying to repair its tracks. And the repair pioneers do go down. Hummel barrage does roll a miss there. Bergentiga has been pulled on the field. We'll be able to recover the Hummel as well as some other light vehicles. The T-23s are dead in this region. Not sure if there's any other light vehicles including plane. We'll have to see quite a bit of auto cannon fire from his own 222. Rifle squad push forward, may get some sticky bombs, will get some sticky bombs onto that 222. Damage and crit there. Flamer mortar hatch is falling back. This light half track does go down to use Bergentiga to recover it. Here comes the flying barrage there. Could destroy these carcasses as well. Keep an eye on the carcasses. That carcass does get destroyed. This mortar half track goes down as well. There's now 2 carcasses that Bergentiga can recover.
Mortar howitzers have arrived and are ready to roll out.
Got these Hellcats on pushing way forward. Of course, he does have access to Allied War Machine. He does have enough munitions for Allied Field Repair, which does not have available. He's a little bit more time to get another Allied War Machine there. Got the Pack 38 now engaging. Hummel, could be a fresh Hummel, could be a repaired Hummel. This repair Hummel is not being recovered. We also got a relatively rare Panzer IV. Hummel has been recovered. Bergentiga received a bit of hits. Rolls a bounce there on the Bergentiga. And good hits there, taking up that Hellcat. 223 in this region, but it's now out of supply.
Rifleman squad!
Good artillery barrage there.
Weapon crew reporting casualties.
And now the AT gun is gliding back home. And the guy exhausted. After all, 3 out of 4 rocks like to be moved. And now the flame shooters receive a bit of fire there, right from the squads. We'll find this 2-3. We'll be able to pick it off. Does have enough munitions now for an allied war machine. Has 2 Hellcats in the field. And the repair pioneer is trying to repair up to 2-3. Its guns is going to fire slowly. It's had a bit of a longer reload time. AP-40 folks now heading down south. And the repair pioneer is getting some good repairs. Nope, it's dead. Another super bomb onto it. Does give a short engine crit there, not a death crit. AP-40 folks need to advance forward.
Enemy
Does
unit.
get out. AP-40 folks are now falling back. Over here, we got a lot of light vehicles here. I think they are recovered ones. Got 2 mortar half tracks, a lot of Hummels, Panzer IV. Let's just take a look at him. Going for infantry efficiency, going for another Panzer IV. Probably a good idea to go some more tank efficiency. Still should have gotten Vet 1 infantry a long time ago.
Veteran seek gain.
Got an artillery barrage there. It's register artillery. Takes great hits on the right from the squads.
We have 200 points.
May see some squad wipes here, but maybe not. Does fall back. All the squads do manage to keep on out of there. But still a lot of fire. Marcus seeing a bit of damage. Asking for off my power shoot. On my paps trying to hit the Bergantiga. We got another catch recovery bunker there. And Hummel there, main gun destroyed. Hellcat push way forward. Activate right there. That's good goodness there. That's 4 now engaging. More Calliope raining on in. 2 Hummels this region. A lot of damage. Let's get a sticky bomb down that Panzer IV. Fresh Panzer IV push way forward. It's fully immobilized. And now receiving some more mortar hits there from the Granada workers. From those mortal half tracks, I should say. Prop squad still make it wiped out. Got down a Granada worker there. It does use allied food there, making some mates now. Another Panzer Force process damage right there. Doesn't attack grenade, now firing wave.
Panzer's down.
Panzer Force does move down.
Territory.
It's asking for a screenshot. Hummel goes down. This efficiency 3 on now the Hellcat. And looks like the Wehrmacht player does back of the game now. So let's go and just fast forward. Five barrage raining in, gets some good damage. And that is the end of replay. This is Andrew saying thank you for watching and on to the next replay. Before I get started, I do need to use the restroom. Please give me one moment. Sorry about that. Let's see. How's this one here? And let's go and just do this one. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Company Wars 1 replay. Spawn on the left side as the British forces with Oro. Spawn as the other British forces, we have Kinsman. On the right side as the Wehrmacht player, we have SRV. And spawn as the other Panzerleap, or as the Panzerleap player, we have Seneca. Wehrmacht and Panzerleap versus Double Brit. Scope Rifle Squad eyeing to capture this sector. It may be a good idea for the British players both be relatively close by. They tend to go for munitions sectors. One could go aggressive this munitions sector, but maybe a good idea to deploy one here and here. That would give them a good solid front line. If they spread out too much, it can be a bit difficult to protect each other, because if one HQ gets overran, the base spells a doom for that player. Kaliningrad advancing up north along with some Panzer Grenadiers, Pioneers, and we likely do have a Wehrmacht supporter. Yes, we do. This Brit is not going for Lieutenant after getting entry section. Over here, we do have, I think that's a similar build order as well. Scope Rifle Squad engaging the Panzer Grenadier close range combat. Does get a nice little pick there. Intersection has not received any point of damage at the moment. And he will be making his way to this fuel point. He's not trying to capture up that. Okay, that was a Brendan carrier, not a lieutenant. I was thinking it's going to be like the speed governors, but he's going straight for this fuel point up here. Infantry section squad would move slowly there. He can, of course, capture the sector, and with this fuel point captured on up, it is actually in supply. Maybe eyeing for a fast field support truck in order to get out a fast Stuart. We do know how the Kaliningrad trying to knock around the Scope Rifle Squad. Does knock him around a little bit. Getting some good damage there on this Panzer Grenadier. You have now an MG, now 42, now put on the top area of the map. You may now just get this MG42 to help keep this area nice and secure, to prevent it from being overran from flanks. We now have the Bren carrier advancing towards the center. Over here, we do now have the Sturmwagen and a landmine there. That landmine could be very useful versus this Bren carrier. Panzer Grenadier engaging the Bren carrier. MG42 trying to set on up. May get a bit of a burst there. Yeah, very, very small burst. Kaliningrad receiving a bit of fire there. Will be able to capture the fuel point. And now this Bren carrier will be escaping on out of here. We do got this Pioneer squad receiving a bit of fire. Does get a bit damage there onto that Bren carrier.
Germans are seizing territory from us.
Right, the lads in
Scope Rifle Squad capturing up this strategic point.
Officer reporting for duty. Officer
Lieutenant here deployed out as now as well. Green, the other Brit player should just say, is advancing forward as this lieutenant using the follow command. Got the Sturmwagen and Kaliningrad in this sector. Over here pushing to this fuel point there as well. Both the Brits are maintaining slightly better fuel control, but both players contesting that fuel point. Sturmwagen now advancing on forward, trying to get some hits there on his forces. Lieutenant eyeing to capture that point there as the intersection are engaging the Sturmwagen. Over here, we got the Panzer Grenadiers and Pioneers in this region. Landmine has still not been tripped. And now trying to pursue this Bren carrier. Got two Sturmwagens now pursuing this Bren carrier. That's a little bit unusual composition. Let's take a look at this composition. Two MG42s, two Pioneers, two Sturmwagens. He may want to go for support, which we eventually see relatively soon, I guess. Sturmwagens see a bit of fire there and falling on back. Whoops, I hit my microphone again, my apologies. Intersection see a bit of fire there, does decapture that point, and that is a cutoff point along this point here, so now they're denying all these resources. We got these intersections advancing over here. Kaliningrad does fall back out of that region. Panzer Grenadiers and MG42 trying to advance on forward. Does force back the Scope Rifle Squad there. And at this point, being recaptured by the Panzer Grenadiers. Scope Rifle Squad falls back. I thought I heard a landmine detonated. Not sure where though. But these forces here. Does find this landmine. Got 3 sections here. One upgraded for friends, one of Scope Rifles, the other one unupgraded. Pioneer does fall back. Both these Sturmwagen severely damaged. That may have been where that landmine was blown up. We got another Wehrmacht landmine here.
They're losing
That could be
territory.
found by this blob of units. These Sturmwagens need to keep their distance. They need pioneers. And blows up that landmine there because the Scope Rifle Squad does spot it. So now the 2-2 advance forward. 2-2 receiving a bit of fire.
Anti-tank defense is in place.
We do not have this Kaliningrad retreat forward. The intersection receiving a bit of damage there. And, ooh, got damage to crit there. Sturmwagen does go down. His teammate can pull out Bergen together to get it recovered. And 4-2 gets good damage there. These intersections are oh so wounded. We all fell back now. I don't see any landmines in this retreat path. Kaliningrad needs some repairs. We do got a Panzer command. That's likely going to be a 2-2.
This fit.
2-2 is now being deployed on out. The second one, I should say. So now there's 2 2-2s. You may want to go for a casualty recovery station or get some more healing. Both the HQ command trucks are very close by. He's going for that one. It may be better to go back here a little bit, honestly. That's pretty far forward. You could go for a slit trench here to help keep the VP secured, as well as this general region. Going for a captain in this sector could be very important as well to help him prevent him from getting overran as well. Lieutenant falling back. We'll see some autocannon fire. Do you think the double bridge will have issues in the long run? Oh, guess one way to find out. The thing with Brits is, once they start losing squads, the thing with Brits, if they get overrun their HQ, they can lose everything. If they get overrun, if they lose squads, those are massive losses. They can't really afford to lose squads because these are what, like 450 manpower, something incredibly expensive. They have to be very careful with their manpower. We do, of course, have the casualty clearing station there. That can help recover some casualties start going down. Bren carrier upgraded to MMG carrier. Good to advancing on forward. Does get some good damage there onto the Bren carrier. Receive very little damage in return. Another 2-2 plowing through on the field. Intersections now advancing along the flank. That Pioneer squad is oh so wounded. Try to go some tank traps there to prevent the Bren carriers from advancing on forward. These forces are receiving private fire there. Does fall back. Captain retreat. The two's advancing forward. One of them is a bit wounded. The other one's hurting.
Reported in and is ready to be deployed.
We do not have the Panzerschreck upgrade available. Kampf Company, Kampfpanzer Command, pretty standard. And Pietz hitting 2-2s. That's pretty standard as well. Now, so I've got the Sturmwagen now advanced forward. I've got the engine 42 now firing away as well. Does eventually see one light support weapons. Block. I'm not sure what I was saying there. Wait. He redeploys the HQ command truck. Now it's right there. That's a little bit far forward, isn't it? That's aggressive. His MG42 is in this region as well. It may need it back at home. He's once again suppressed over there. He may need a bit of hand here. We do have now mortar emplacement being deployed out. We've also got the bigger replacement deployed out as well. Getting some repairs from the VP at Sapper. Repair Sapper may be in order as well. Scope squad is suppressed. May want to fall back. He's trying to get the AT gun there. Does get fully pinned. Needs to fall back now. Fall back to right around here. And Vickers' replacement's still going up. Repair Sapper or be it Sapper still trying to get some repairs. Got a grenade or breach mortar barrage somewhere. Gets a damaging crit there onto the Shermanwagen. Now there's no. They know that there's a mortar or mortar in place there. P.S. raining on in. That's got 1-2-2-0, getting body blocked by the camouflage Pack 38. Shermanwagen will likely be next.
They're in our base. They're hitting our base. We have lost the unit.
Does take it out there. We'll see a bit of suppression there from the base MGs as well as by the regular MG. He's getting some damage there on the MG42. He still has not put out any Volksgrenadiers. He could hire for some Stormtroopers. Upgrade of double STG. Maybe? Get some repairs on these 222s.
Our base is under attack.
Now got some being deployed out over here. Let's take a look. Armor command truck. Getting some good damage over here. And the thing as well, if he gets his HQ command truck destroyed, then he just uses his teammates' HQ as a retreat point. So losing this is not the end of the world. Let's take out the MMG carrier. Command trucks are falling on the back. Got Pietz now running on in. Rolls and misses there. Does slide the clutch from that one. Does get some great hits there. Trying to split away, but failed. Does get suppressed there by the MG42. Does lose it. Pioneer Spain support, but going to get ripped apart there. Does Hero charge there, recover from the suppression. One of the Pioneer squads does get ripped apart. The squads push way forward, gain some hits there onto the bunker, and receive some fire there for the bunkers. It does get a bit suppressed there. Over here, do now have the armor command truck. Cromwell pushes his way forward. Or should I say Command Cromwell. Do now have another casualty point station here. We've seen some grenade warfare fire. And does see a kill there. Patrick does connect on the command tank, which is fine as a command tank. Commanding no vehicles. So I can be repaired on up, receive a bit of auto cannon fire there. Get squads charging the way forward. Get squads do get suppressed there by the Vickers emplacement. Get squads pushing forward as well. Does get suppressed there by the MG emplacement. Vickers emplacement does get destroyed by the Pantrax, very nice. The British player we have selected has a large number of resources there. Could go for some Fireflies. His teammate does not have a large amount of resources, who has also gone for Command Tank and Firefly. The Paisley player is getting the Martyr research there. He's likely going for Panther research after that, assuming he has enough research going. He probably does not have enough fuel for the Panther research though, at 10 fuel. More hits over there, we've seen a bit of damage. And his teammate
Veterancy gained.
just got Veterancy 1 light vehicles, does get the 251 half-track, designed for the Warframe upgrade. He does not have Sturm Armory for Nebwarfers. Nebwarfers in this case may be a little bit better to help singe the infantry units, but if he doesn't have that, Warframes are a good option as well.
Half-track, over.
Here's the Warframe upgrade. Frankly, out this tank traps and the wire. Starting to cut the wire there. May receive a bit of friendly fire damage. And there goes that wire.
Enemy infantry is kaput.
We got Warframe Barrage. Ooh, I think they may have been full squad work there, so a lot of +5s. There's a lot of dead casualties there. Let's take a look what he has at the moment. He has no infantry sections there, and those are infantry section models there. He's lost all of his infantry section to that barrage. Or whatever remains of it. 2,500 barrage being employed on the front line. At this range, you don't even need raw artillery. Let's see if we see any boards.
Build complete over
No
here.
boards there, so it's still unknown doctrine. I think he should have more than one command point at the most, so still could have gone for no, definitely not Royal Engineers. I think he has gone for Royal Artillery. Because Royal Engineers would have the boards there. I think that's a creeping barrage, isn't it? So that is nope, that's a regular barrage. Oh, is he using the Captain Sprint Bug? Maybe. And it's now pushing way down south. Got our Wolfman barrage raining on in. It's a great hit there onto the Ian Sappers.
Leos have what they need to do.
And now the 25 pounders under siege. More Wolfman barrage raining on in. He's getting annihilated. Casualty clearing station will likely be next after this. It rolls a bounce there. We got 3 PS firing. Needs this one reinforced there. He's got 25 pounder there. Iron 4 officer artillery. It's a shot there. Takes the casualty clearing station as well. Falling back nice and early. It's a good idea. Or at least just out of range of artillery. He can start to down the HQ command truck.
They have 300 points.
This player is now falling, making way down south. We do also have the Firefly in the region. Of course, running all these tank traps does to make these vehicles slower for a time. This one does get slowed a little bit there, or dance around. Firefly's push way forward. There's of course a single tank trap there to interrupt some movement. Got another Warfman another half track to be upgraded to Warfman. He is going up Warfman off track there. He's actually out of infantry entirely. He still has 5 command points there, no missions. So he could perhaps go for Blitzkrieg in order to get out some stormtroopers. And it's a way to make your infantry units permanently sprint around. I don't know exactly how it's caused, but it is a hated bug. There's a lot of bugs in this game and exploits. The game's too old for developers to patch it. I don't know if the developers even know how to patch this game anymore, or they even can. Have some hits there onto these Fire Panthers. More artillery raining on in. Okay, the Warfman half tracks now pushing forward. Got some good damage there onto the Firefly. Does fall back now. We got more artillery raining on in.
We're losing territory.
Yes, pushing way forward. Does have a squad of Pioneers now pulled on the field. 2 Pioneers. For repairs, does have a Pack 38 as well, which is just camouflage right there. You may want to go for defensive there just to get these MGs firing. One of the few times I'll say those base MGs are actually useful. Good 2 right here. Scope our squad pushing right forward. We got a missions observation post as well as a few observation posts. Guys, Grenade is trying to recapture the flank. The Axis fighters are running low on VPs. The Brits still have all 500.
Our base is under attack.
Scope Alpha Squad pushing way forward. All the Panzer Grenadiers. 2 Fireflies, click a main tank nearby. Getting a lot of damage on the observation post. Warfman barrage running on in, splashing down the Panzer Grenadiers a little bit too much. I think got a decent hit onto them. Of course, those Warfman barrages can be very scatterous. Is that the right term? Scatters for a lot. Fireflies backing off. There's currently 4 Fireflies here, all inspired by command tanks. Each sections are now sprinting their way forward using the Captain Sprint Bug there. They're not using the heroic charge there. They're not glowing like that. Got some good hits there onto these Panthers. One Panther does go down there. Pioneers having trouble there. Off a parachute or officer artillery now running on in as well. Taking out the Pack 38.
We have 200 points.
And now we got this Pack 38 getting decrewed as well. This could be a great barrage location for the Warfman half track, but probably still reloading though. Or on cooldown, I should say.
Base is under enemy fire.
Now let's make his way forward. Got the flak roving placement now firing away. He has to take out that Panther, getting stuck up by these Warpman half-tracks. They do fall back now. They do now have 25 pounder barrages raining on in. We've got a fresh 25 pounder being put on field. It may be a decent idea to go for a 17 pounder here. We've got a priest to put on the field. That's a little bit vulnerable.
Ready for orders.
The Wehrmacht player has basically nothing. Going for efficiency 3 light vehicles. Of course, with his population so low, he has good manpower income.
Our base is under attack.
Got one Hummel to put on the field.
25 pounder crew ready.
Fresh Pack 38 there, immediately camouflages there. Good position gets hit on the Firefly, decides to fall back onto it. And the Kriegsberg does go down. Was another squad of Pioneers. Pack 38 finds hit there on the Firefly, and now he's using the Pack Bug. We're going to use bugs to fight against bugs. Let's get efficiency 3 light vehicles there. Another good hit there, and takes out the Firefly there. I think Boomwatch got the killing blow there. And when you start using bugs, your opponents start using bugs. A tit for tat. Maybe able to still get the command tank. And looks like just got a vision range there.
The base of our Kameraden. Achtung, enemy forces are attacking our petrol.
Two now right there. Captain Macy bit of hit there. Antrix hitting the Vickers replacements back on home, and we've got these forces now making their way over here.
Base is taking fire.
We will have a creep barrage going to the Axis base. The Wehrmacht player is basically gutted. Blitzkrieg does have some powerful manpower base doctrines. The Panzer player can now pull out some Panthers.
We can
It
now
also does have
booby-trap
also
enemies.
good munition-based abilities. So I think the manpower-based abilities will probably be good for the Wehrmacht player. He should have enough. Well, he may even have enough command points for a Tiger tank. I'm not sure if it's 7 or 8.
Defensive propaganda is ready for release.
He went for defensive. And he does have the base MG now up and going. Case of the carcass there as well. We got a lot of infantry sections advancing up here. These two Bren squads sprinting their way forward without using heroic charge. Got some decrewed MG42s here. Could be claimed by either any player.
Here's the perimeter. Our base is under attack.
Going for our Kriegsbarracks here. The base HQ now seems creeping barrage.
They are attacking secure territory of the fatherland.
There's a way over here. Hummel rolls a miss there. Captain almost got a hit.
Unit down.
He got almost received a hit there. Does get a button there onto the 2-2.
Secured sector is under attack.
You know, 2-2 is going away. I'm to capture this fuel point. They probably have plenty of fuel for the rest of the game. Yes, they probably do have enough fuel for the rest of the game. Though a little bit low in population space. And just got an officer artillery rating right there.
They're losing
Nice one, start. Officer was supposed to already go down. We do gain some good shots there onto the Bren squad, but does get buttoned. This player here does have a bit of manpower to work with, enough manpower to get out another priest. He does have enough population space for it as well. Panther pushes his way forward, does get a hit there onto the Scope Arc squad. Over here, do have this Brick player, also gone for artillery. Will soon have enough manpower to get out his own priest, which he does not have currently. And he's supposed to fall back now. Got these Fireflies main support with these forces there. Prince Barracks and Pack 38 raining on in. Gains some good hits there with the Warpman. Wipes out one of those Sapper squads. Command tank may go down. He's using the pack bug now. Maybe I'll get one more shot before he escapes on out of there. Nope, he does not. I got off, or is that Creeping Barrage, I believe? Yep, that looks like Creeping Barrage.
Reporting they have destroyed a German target.
The Kriegsberg does get destroyed. So you won't be able to put more Pack 38s. He has a good amount of manpower at the moment. He does have registered artillery as well. Got a good number of Fireflies here.
You need any construction?
We are in battle.
Pioneers, ready for battle!
Going for Veteran C1 Infantry now. Warframe Barrage remaining on in. Mortar emplacement has been repaired.
Stay in the perimeter. Our base is under attack. Veterans seek gain.
And overall, Listen didn't do all too much. We got more artillery barrages here. Gotta make sure you move them out of the radius of this barrage. More pioneers being put on field trying to repair up these structures. And these Panzer squads do fall back. I don't see any landmines in retreat. The Fireflies probably won't get a squad wipe there. They're not known for wiping.
Our base is under attack.
Got a lot of artillery raining on in. I mean, they're barraging the base there. I don't think this will be a map hack. The thing I would say here looks like a map hack. Because that's just trying to barrage down the buildings for Creeper Barrage.
Our base is under attack.
Booby Trap has been put on field. This gets a bit damaged there with the Warframe Barrage as well. Fireflies push way forward. No Kriegsbergs here, so can't pull out any Pack 38. So has some Panzer squads from his teammate, which are going to be needed very shortly.
They're hitting our base.
Croft Center about to go down. He does have 3 Pioneers, Pack 38 way over here. Warframe Barrage does get a bit of damage on the Cromwell. Panzer Command been pulled on the field. Okay, he may be going for some Panthers. Panzer Forces case will not be great. Does get some good shots there, and does get a good hit there. And wait, did that go down to a mortar? That may have been from his Pack 38. 1 tank kill. That slow projectile I thought that was a mortar. And some good hits there. Fireflies have gone down. Got these Fireflies advancing on forward. He's going for Knights Crossholders, not Panthers. The heavy infantry wouldn't be half bad. Yep, it went from good, crazy, and now toxic. Sounds about right. I don't like seeing exploits being used at any point in time. Even though it's understandable when one player is using exploits and your opponent using exploits, still not great.
We are losing territory.
And there goes 2-2. Artillery barrage raining on in. And that's not even using a 28cm rocket barrage ability. Just use his own on-map 28cm rockets. Trying to decapture this point, or capture this point there. Barrage may get a kill there. Pioneer squad, of course, will get run by the Scope Rifle squad. Does get the wipe there on that squad. There was a captain sprint. You got the pack bug abuse. Nope, this is from Games Replay. So this was publicly posted.
The enemy advances.
Target for position.
Knights Crossholders captured this point there. Panzerek there.
We have only 50
Pack
points in
38 pushes way
reserve,
forward.
and even this is dropping.
Knights Crossholders will escape that not being crushed. And we've got the Panzerek squad. We'll get forced back very shortly.
We're losing a sector. Taking fire.
Pack 38 now makes its way forward. Got a barrage raining on in. Sapper squad here as well. The artillery raining in somewhere as the mini-map starts bugging out like crazy. Try to get a good hit there onto these fireflies. And this was way forward. These Morphin half-tracks need to get on out of there. Don't want to get them next to fireflies.
Base is under enemy fire.
And now we do have looks like creeping barrage not being pulled out on the field as well. He's really forgotten about these guys. Watching the vehicle as well. Creeping barrage gains some good damage. Looks like creeping barrage going up here. And one of the Warpmans to go down. The other one would like to go down as well. Fireflies getting some shots there on the Panzergrenadiers. And this one looks like will escape on out of it, but there's still a lot of creeping barrage artillery. More barrage running on right there as well. That's Crossholders. Panzergrenadiers are capturing this point there. They may want to scorch the point. They don't really have a whole lot of time remaining. They have only 19 tickets, so yep, and it scorches it. Pack 38 will get overran. It looks like one of the priests will go down. And Hummel Barrage does rain in right there. Looks like the Sapper's going to try to capture up this Pack 38. Yes, they do. And we got this Piet squad. This HQ is now destroyed. More artillery raining on in. He still has access to Panzer Command up here. So his options are quite limited to say the least. His teammate can, of course, repair this up. As well as Pioneer. Actually, the Panzergrenadiers can't repair it up. But click on it. Wait, maybe I need to actually select him. Yep, he can repair it up. Now got the increased capture rate.
Grenadiers.
Knights Crossholders do pick up the Bren.
Utmost speed.
Artillery raining on in as well. Oh, got two dead priests here. Those Pack 38s and Panzers did some good work there. Got a regular Cromwell on the front view, getting a good hit there. The Panzer player does have good reserve of manpower, though it doesn't really have anything to spend it on at the moment. Almost at pop cap. This Brit has spent its reserve of resources, still has quite a bit of assets on the field. And it looks like the Pioneers were trying to get a bit of salvage there. Knights Crossholders advancing forward, trying to overrun the captured Pack 38. They will overrun it. And these Knights Crossholders have seen a bit of fire as well. Let's get some repair sappers out. This Brit has low amount of resources as well. The Panzer player, we already said, has a lot of resources, and the Wehrmacht player has a small amount of manpower. Its manpower income's not great at the moment. And Knights Crossholders is getting hit by the artillery barrages there. He's trying to repair up the destroyed HQ, but it's going to take a bit of time, though the hitbox is still there. And plus, with that destroyed the constant artillery barrage there, it's not like it's going to get repaired up anytime soon because progress keeps on getting reset. You now have a booby trap there. Panzergrenadiers push way forward. Does get a good hit. Oh, not Panzergrenadiers. Knights Crossholders receive a good hit there from the Knights Crossholder. From the Cromwell, getting all the names mixed up. Now got more artillery raining on in over here. Booby trap has been activated there. Captain gets splashed a bit. Pioneer has dropped the model now, and the HQ progress repair has been basically restarted. Knights Crossholders may want to use some medical crates. Fireflies, Cromwells push way forward. Falling over back to his teammates'
Yeah?
HQ.
Need any construction?
Got a big assault up north. These forces do get suppressed
We are losing
by game
ground.
242. Does use heroic charge there to escape from suppression. Now we got the MG42 starting to get overran. Got 2 Warframes here, 2 Panthers still quite wounded. Got the line of British armor there, 2 Fireflies, 2 Cromwells, and the command Cromwell. And the Pentagon squad does fall back.
MG here.
Got these forces rotating around. We may see one last conflict. The Panzer, the Axis players cannot be losing this point if it gets deactivated. That's why it's called a game, because they don't have a lot of VPs remaining. Warframe Barrage remains on in. Knights Crossroads push their way forward. Pioneer has been reinforced. We're seeing more artillery fire. Does fire Panzerfaust there, but looks like it didn't get a whole lot of work done. And Shark fired as well, gets good hits there. They still got the 2 Panthers here, but they're both quite wounded. Pentagon squad does fall back, and the Pentagon squad does get wiped out. Got these Fireflies and Cromwell advancing forward. This will looks like the Pioneer of Maeve went down. Oh, they're eyeing for a Kampfgraf Center. He's eyeing for a bit of veterancy. Warframe and half-tracks advancing forward. Knights Crossroads advancing forward. I think he's trying to get some more veterancy on these guys. That's why he's going to the Kampfgraf Center. Needs to fall back. They're Blitz 2 wounded. And this point has been repaired and captured. So their exploits are quickly counting down. Got the Allied armor, British armor advancing forward. Kampfgraf Center goes up, so it can go down. The Pinto Mount 8 and G is trying to rotate around to get some shots onto it. Black Irving won't be able to do much there. Who's will down. And they're not happy. The straight shot doesn't matter much when you're using the... Does not mean much if you're using Captain Sprint. That is clearly visible if you're using Captain Sprint bug. And that is end replay. This is Anagrade saying thank you for watching, and on to next replay. So that's going to be my last replay for tonight. I'm getting a little bit tired, so everyone, thank you for watching, have a good evening, and get some good rest. Enjoy.